Hi, I'm Alejandra Belisario, and I'm going to present a scientific debate with my teammates Juan Ortega, Joshua Johnson, and Dylan Prophet. Since the cloning of Dolly in 1997 by Ian Wilmot, this opened a complete new world for the technologic era. Most people didn't even dream of cloning, but now a whole new issue arose, and it's human cloning. So how does this human cloning work? Well, the reproductive cloning relates to the use of technology with the intention to produce a fetus that is identical to its parents. The technique used to produce Dolly is called nuclear transfer, whereby the nucleus from a somatic cell was fused with an unfertilized egg from which the nucleus had been removed. This method of procreation is asexual, as it does not require one person of each sex in order to produce a child. Britain, Germany, Switzerland, and several American states have passed laws expressly forbidding human cloning. The European Parliament, the Council of Europe, UNESCO, and the WHO have all passed resolutions asserting that human cloning is both morally and legally wrong. But is that right? Now we're going to present you with the pros and cons of this situation. First, we're going with the cons, with Dylan Prophet.
Oh, hey there. My name is Dylan Prophet, and I just want to talk to you today about cloning. I think that there should be no cloning in the future, and the reasons why. I think that to avoid faith and religion would be a good idea, because that controversy is an endless argument. The first thing I want to talk about is the procedures they use and the technology they use. First off, only one viable sheep was created from cloning. That means that the procedures to make clones would mean that we'd have many offspring that are defective or malformed, and we can't have that kind of experimentation done on humans or animals. Second thing is that kind of cloning involves nuclei and putting it into a separate egg, and this can cause cancer because it causes different cells to deform and diffuse and separate, and this can get a little bit spiral out of control. One last thing I want to talk about is consequence-free life. First off, you have an example. Say a man smokes for 50 years because he knows that in the future he's going to have a lung from a clone of maybe another person to donate it from. This means that people will not be inclined to live a good life morally or carry themselves to a higher standard. Now, I want to bring you to my friend Juan.
Well, cloning has a lot of benefits. People will be able to have a clone just in case they need a part of a body. And even though you can look at both ways and look the good way or the bad way, in the future it could save a lot of lives of really important people. For example, we could have a clone of Albert Einstein. We'll have an Albert Einstein until whenever the clone dies. Now, coming back to the cancer, how will people do things to get cancer or whatever, cloning, like every technology, is going to evolve, and all the things that are happening right now, like when you clone the cells, is going to create cancer. All of that is going to go away with further research and further technology. Even though right now cloning is seen as an unsafe technology, with further research, cloning is going to be safe, and it's going to be more benefit than what it's going to hurt. So cloning at the end, even though right now it's unsafe, it's going to get better with time, and it should be done.
I'm Joshua Johnson. I'm going to go over the pros of human cloning. Cloning is, in this respect, no different from any other new medical technology. Research is required on embryos in order to quantify and reduce the risk of the procedures. The thousands of spare embryos generated each year by IVF procedures and destroyed could be used to the good purpose of human cloning research. This argument assumes that we know God's intentions. Evidently, there is no biblical statement on the ethics of human cloning. Who is to say that it's not God's will that we clone ourselves? Moreover, every time that a doctor performs life-saving surgery or administers drugs, he is changing the destiny of the patient and could be thus seen as usurping the role of God. Furthermore, we should be very wary of banning something without being able to say why it is wrong. That way lie all sorts of irrational superstition, repression, fundamentalism, and extremism. Society freely allows single people to reproduce sexually. Existing lawful practices such as sperm donation allow deliberate procreation without knowledge of the identity of the father. Reproductive cloning will allow lesbian couples to have children genetically related to them both.
There are a lot of issues concerning the cons of human cloning. Most of them, from what I've read, are religious. And this comes to the most famous debates that never come to a conclusion. Is gay marriage alright? So is this morally wrong, or are religions against it? Like Joshua said before, who is it to say that according to God this is bad? Obviously this is not an issue that's written in the Bible or anything like that. And like he addressed, we'd also be playing God with surgery and new medicine. We're saving lives that supposedly people shouldn't be alive without them. And also, if it's a religious case, then why is it so wrong that we want to treat people, actually give them new organs in order for them to live their life a little bit longer? There's people that actually need these organs, and it's not because they mistreated their body or anything. They just didn't have a good heart, weren't born with good lungs, and this could actually help them. And I think with more research, and if we fund this research, we'd find that it could actually improve, and issues such as cancer wouldn't be as big as they are now. And I just think it could be a good thing for the future.
Alright, well I want to kind of touch up on this, but basically I think that it's a loaded gun. It can be able to protect people, and it can also be something that people use to hurt other people and themselves. One thing I already mentioned prior is that it is consequence-free life. If you have the ability to get new organs that you could have otherwise damaged by having fun, then I think that it would make people not want to really be the best they can be of a person. Say, I would probably drink a lot more knowing I could get a liver if it was going to get damaged from all the partying and excessive things I've done. Smoking, do everything consequence-free because I know I can. And that would just cause kind of chaos, and I don't think that would work out in society.
So after hearing both sides of the debate, what is your opinion? What do you think about human cloning?
Alright.
I'm not gonna start yet. I'm not ready.
You have anything to say?
And that's a blooper.
Okay, perfect. I think we have a minute. We can put the bloopers at the end.
Oh, these are good. We started. Oh, you made a blush.
Start.
Ya va, Juan, ¿qué minuto? I know you wanna go home. I would be home now. Okay. I'm Alejandro Belisario, and I'm gonna present a scientific debate with my teammates.
Go. It wasn't
Oh my god.
No, Juan, fuck. ¿Sí?
That's my second point. Relax. We have two different things. Okay.
Come on. Oh, B. This is gonna. Why you keep pressing record?
Because you can just.
I don't. You're making my job so much harder. You're like.
So, first, how does this human cloning work? The reproductive cloning used to produce dolls.
Okay, 1 second. Let's.
You know how to count, honey?
Okay.
Really, honey?
Not.
Oh my god.
Ready?
Britain, Germany, Switzerland, and several American states have passed laws explicitly expressly forbidding human
Okay.
cloning.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Johnson. I'm gonna go over the pros of human cloning.
I already did
Okay.
one.
The thousands of spare embryos generated each year by IVF procedures and destroyed could be used to the good purpose of human cloning research.
Okay, I'm sorry, stop. What the fuck is going on with your camera? It started zooming in and out, but it's doing it. It's zooming in and out by itself. It's zooming in and out by itself. Oh, the...
You're recording.
You son of a bitch.
You're recording. Now we're going to present you with the pros and cons of this situation. First we're going with the cons, with Dylan Profit.
Don't do it.
Oh my god.
I'm not
Christ.
ready. I just
Okay.
told you. And that's all I got for you.
No.
Just keep going. Now, I want to bring you to my friend Juan. Get it, Juan?
Technology. And also, let's see, I want to do another point later.
Stop it for a minute. Because Josh is there.
Josh is here.
Mira, the Einstein point is really stupid.
Why
It's
not?
fun because... Really?